All right, crew. So I wanted to do a little Amazon tool update slash tool haul for you. So I get up very early in the morning. I get up like 4 in the morning, and I usually leave for work around 5:30. So between 4 and 5:30, between having coffee, petting the dog, and eating my breakfast, I also peruse the internet. And so I was perusing Amazon this week because I had a case where I was trying to get a bolt out of a drive shaft. And some of you guys might know how sometimes they can be a little stubborn depending on the location. And I was using a swivel socket, and I was using a swivel adapter with a socket, and it just was not, wasn't sufficient, wasn't doing it for me. So what I'm doing is I'm getting out my little example for you. So what I had, just grabbed a little 10 millimeter 6-point. So I had my short socket with my swivel extension, and you see how that is there. So I wasn't able to get it out with this. It was a pain in the ass. I did everything I could. It was in a tight spot. I was probably being a little lazy about it, like a lot of guys get sometimes. And actually, I used a little mini pipe wrench because I didn't want to take a bunch of other shit off. So I used a little mini pipe wrench, and actually that worked great. But if I had a shorter adapter, I wouldn't be in the bind that I was in. So what I decided to look into is on Amazon, Astro makes these swivel socket sets. And so they make a metric and standard set. They make a 1/4 inch and a 3/8 inch set. I don't use 1/4 inch much at all, so I went for the 3/8 inch kit because I use that often. And here is a metric Astro and the standard Astro. So I bought both. The metric was like $30 some, and the standard was $20 some. So for a little swivel socket set, again, probably not the best quality in the world, but they seem pretty good to me. And I don't use swivels that often, but when you get into a bind, you're going to need them. So for a total of, I don't know, $60, how can you go wrong? And, you know, they come in this nice foam case. I don't know if you can see, but they have the sizes stamped / engraved in there on the little foam cases. So it's nice because you can just throw them in your toolbox and they can sit like that. They sit nice. And I'll probably stack it on top. I don't know how I'll put them in there yet, but we'll figure it out. But so here's the adapter with the 10 on there, and here is, where's my 10? Here's my 10. So if you look at the height difference, I mean, the Astro is much shorter. Even if you cock it, it's about the length of it cocked. But look how much difference the height is when it's cocked. So this would have saved my ass and saved some frustration. Probably would have used less curse words when I was trying to take that bolt out. But hopefully in the future I'm covered. So the metric set comes with 19-10. I really wish it included an 8 millimeter. The 1/4 inch does. I wish it had an 8, but it doesn't. So we'll see if I'll ever need it. But 19-10. Quality seems fairly decent. I don't know how well the pivots will hold up on it, but they seem pretty stout. They hold into place, so when you have a long extension and you're, you know, trying to get it in there, it's not going to flop all over the place. So they seem pretty tight. There are Allens here, so it looks like you can tighten it up if you want to make it a little tighter, or if you break the pin, I'm assuming this will shear off, you could probably replace those. So that's nice. The 3/8 inch set goes from 3/8 to 3/4 of an inch. 3/4 is the highest I would need in a swivel, in my opinion. However, I do wish it came with a 5/16 swivel. Again, the 1/4 inch set does, but I'm not buying the 1/4 inch set. So, because again, I don't use it that much. But I wish the 3/8 did come with the 5/16. Overall, they seem nice. For $60, I'm not complaining. So I think they'll be a nice little addition to my toolbox. So Astro sockets. The other thing I got on Amazon was this ABN called Auto Body Now 18-piece metric 3/8 inch drive universal spline socket set made in China. So I do not have the only spline drive set I have is this one crescent wrench set from Tractor Supply I got a long time ago. And that's worked pretty well for certain things, but I don't use spline drive often whatsoever. I would say I rarely use spline drive. But when you get a fastener that's a bit rounded off, or it's a little crunchy, if you will, and it's between sizes, the spline drive actually will work pretty decent. Spline drive, although it's metric, let me open this up and show you. So, although it's metric, believe it or not, standard bolts will work in here, just because they fit within the teeth pretty well. This will work with star drives. You can get a star drive in there if you need. So I got it for that goofy situation where you might need it. So the ABN spline drive socket goes from 24 all the way down to 6 mil. It's a decent little set. I forget. I think this was like $30-some, $40. I'm fairly pleased with it. You know, it's again, it says it's made in China. It is fully chromed out. Little gnarls here. But again, for something you rarely use for $30-some or $40, hey, nice little set. So anyway, I wanted to show you guys my ABN spline drive socket kit and the Astro socket set. All right, so that's my little Amazon tool haul for you. See you next time.